You're listening to WTIM, your information station. It's time now for your expanded local news. Central Illinois turned out in huge numbers Thursday afternoon for the 50th anniversary party at Bob Riding's Taylorville. Door prizes were given, including $50 cash giveaways, while brats and hot dogs and drinks were served to the hundreds that were gathered. The kids enjoyed inflatables and a gigantic soap bubble machine. And Bob gave away his famous sweet corn that was picked by hand from his farm on Wednesday and Thursday. During our live Miller Media Group broadcast from the event, Bob talked about his longtime staff that have helped him take care of his customers.
It's not just what I've accomplished, but the people that's been here with me for so many years, and of course all the great people that's bought vehicles from me. Some of them have never bought a vehicle anywhere else. It's here at the Ford store, and that's why we're still here. We've had a lot of support all over Central Illinois, but especially in Christian County, and we certainly are thankful and appreciative of that.
And Bob is completing his 56th year now in the car business.
This is my 56th year in the car business. I was in it 6 years before I came to Taylorville with Chevrolet Buick. But we figured out a long time ago, these cars are not built by God. They're built by people. And you have some issues. So if you just got to take care of the issues when they break. You just have to fix them.
Taylorville Mayor Bruce Berry was also on hand to help Bob celebrate his 50th anniversary.
Think of my dad 50 years, and I probably bought my last 10 or 12 cars off Mr. Riding, so I've appreciated him personally and also business-wise for Taylorville.
The Ridings family thank all those who made their 50th anniversary of the Taylorville dealership that much more special. Taylorville city officials have issued a boil order for parts of Virginia Avenue due to ongoing water main repairs. The affected areas include 708, 709, 710, 713, 714, and 715 Virginia Avenue. This also includes the 800, 900, and 1000 blocks of Virginia Avenue. City officials stress that no restaurants are included in this boil order. Residents in the impacted area are advised to boil all water used for drinking or cooking to a rolling boil for at least 5 minutes. The boil order will remain in place until water samples confirm it is safe for consumption. Updates will be provided once the boil order is lifted. Excitement is building up in the Findlay community and surrounding areas for the 37th Annual Walleye Festival. It's happening this coming Friday and Saturday along West South 2nd Street. Great food at low prices, a record number of vendors, and live music are expected to draw in thousands from the area and even some from other states. Perry Lewin is one of the event organizers. He says this tradition is unlike any other in Central Illinois.
People come from all around the state, even as far as Kentucky and Missouri and Wisconsin, Indiana. It's really amazing. And it's all generated from a group of volunteers that are amazing. And the town of Findlay is absolutely astonishing at the amount of work that people will put together when called to do something for a good fundraiser or something civic. It's amazing. Yeah. You can have your walleye, you can have an elephant ear, you can have a corn dog, you can have a snow cone. There's a lot of great vendors that come here. As a matter of fact, this year we have the most amount of vendors we've ever had. We got 36 vendors.
Wow.
Who have signed up. We've actually had to turn vendors away because we don't have the physical space. We opened up another street just to accommodate other vendors this year.
You have.
So the amount of people who are hearing about this just keeps growing exponentially every single year.
As part of the Findlay Walleye Festival, there will be a parade Saturday morning at 10 a.m. There is still time to sign up to be in said parade.
All you got to do is show up there at the parking lot of the high school or the Okaw Valley School right there and sign up. You don't really even have to sign up. You just show up at 8:30 in the morning. They line you up, and the parade takes off at 10 in the morning. Very easily. So if you got a nice vehicle that you want to show off, something that you can put a few kids and a few bags of candy in the back, come on out. It is really like a mini 4th of July parade.
Yeah.
All over again. All it is for the Findlay Walleye Festival.
Another major attraction to the Walleye Festival is the annual car show after the parade. They will accept entries for that event on Saturday morning, and there are prizes on offer.
And then just to the north of that is where the car show is going to be.
Excellent.
We have an amazing car show that attracts hundreds of people from all around. Some of the most amazing and beautiful cars and trucks and everything. And that starts right after the parade. You could register the same day. There's a booth, a little tent. You go in there. I think it's a $25 registration fee. And then there's prizes for first, second, and third place. And you can win some cash, win some nice gifts. People, that's the biggest draw, I think, is the car show.
With a kids zone and a number of local bands supplying the music, everyone will be entertained.
Then we have the kids zone, which is all Friday and Saturday. They have an obstacle course, a bouncy house, sprinklers, so the kids can come and have a great time as the adults are enjoying the Walleye Festival and the vendors. So that's a very popular area right in the middle of the festival there as the kids zone. And then on Friday night, in the beer tent, we have Identity Crisis, which is a very well-known local band here.
Yes.
Who plays routinely. And then we have a new band on Saturday night on the 26th is Flight 50, which is a brand new band going to be playing. A lot of people are excited about them coming out because they've never heard them at the Walleye Festival before. So we got a nice lineup here. It's really nice.
More information on the Findlay Walleye Festival is available on their Facebook page. Perry Lewin appeared as a guest on the WTIM Shelbyville Morning Show. This will conclude the first portion of your expanded local news, and it's brought to you by Taylorville Community Credit Union.
Hi, this is Will Perkins with Taylorville Community Credit Union. When you become a member of TCCU, you become an owner and have access to our great loan rates, earn great dividends on our deposit accounts, have access to our full range of financial products, and will receive personal attention from people you know. Membership is open to anyone who lives or works in Christian, Montgomery, and Shelby County. We are conveniently located in Taylorville, Hillsboro, Litchfield, and Pana. You can also visit us online at www.tccu.org. Come join us. You'll wonder why you waited. Member NCUA.
Mother Nature has not cooperated with the Taylorville Park District this summer. Heavy rains on multiple occasions have coincided with their outdoor events, which include the concert series and movie showings. That's not stopping the Park District from planning for more events both in the near and more distant future. The next movie night is this Friday and features Mufasa the Lion King. Recreation Director Jessica Franks adds that they are moving the start time from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. to improve the viewing experience.
And this evening is sponsored by Walmart. So it's pretty awesome to see companies like that come in and start doing stuff like this too, because it's great. I went into Walmart. They had signs everywhere promoting it. So I'm really excited to see it. And just looks like rain in the forecast. Here we are talking about rain again, but just hoping that that kind of moves on through, because I would love to see this be a successful event for them. It's actually going to start at 8. Our first one had started at 7, and we realized it is still way too bright outside. So it has been moved to 8 o'clock. So yes, 8 o'clock under the Chautauqua, free popcorn for everybody, sponsored by Walmart.
The Park District is already finalizing for its Christmas in the Park events. They are looking to bring in golf carts for people to ride through the park and to take in the lights.
I finally reached out battery specialists and asked them what they thought about doing something, because these other communities have tees on trees and things like that with golf carts where you drive through, and they loved it. She said they had been talking about doing something like that for years, and we're just waiting on the call. So we're going to have on December 3rd is the Jingle Bell Walk, but Jingle Bell Roll will be the next day on December 4th. So that's when your family is going to be able to actually rent one of the golf carts and drive through the lights for Christmas in the park. So of course, that's going to be very contingent on the weather, but of course we could move it to another day if it looked like it got bad, but still pretty early in December. So hopefully it's probably going to be cold, but I think it will be awesome. And I think the public's going to really like it.
Meanwhile, the summer concert series continues, thanks in part to a generous donation from the Taylorville Tourism Council.
It really is an amazing gift. This group, the Taylorville Tourism Council, they were active for many years. They are no longer active, but they had actually retained all of that money. A lot of times you hear some pretty crazy stuff about what happens when things dissolve, but they held on to every bit of that. And so this is kind of their last big thing that they did. So Carol Alexander has led that and then made that contribution to the park district to be able to cover all of these concerts for this summer. So it's been pretty awesome to see them all come together this easily. So now I start to look for the sponsors for next year, and it's a lot easier if it's one person covering all of them rather than trying to find 3 to 6 different sponsors.
Franks also spoke on recent developments involving the Manners Park pool. She says the pool likely will not be completed until the start of the season in 2027. This prediction corresponds to the Taylorville Park District's recently submitted request for proposals.
Both companies, they're very eager to get going on the work, but with permits and things like that, a state permit, you're looking 3 to 5 months just for a state permit. So it's just really not looking like something that's going to be possible. But again, once you see the design of the pool and all of the amenities that are going to be added in, you'll see why it's probably not going to be done in time. It's going to be awesome. I think people are going to like it a lot.
I know we were thinking like a splash pad. I know we were thinking
splash pad remains. We had received a grant to cover that portion.
Gotcha.
So the splash pad stays. Then the pool and looks like the zero depth and stuff that we were going to be losing is going to stay. So just a whole lot of really fun, very tall things are going to be added in.
Cool.
And I think it's going to be a lot more focused on the community as a whole, a lot of families, but there's still going to be that aspect where the swim team can have competitions and things like that, areas for all of the classes and swim lessons. So it's going to be pretty awesome.
More information on the Taylorville Park District is available at taylorvilleparkdistrict.com. Jessica Franks appeared as a guest on the WTIM Morning Show. The Taylorville Public Library has a new leader at the helm. Laura Shell Eck officially stepped into the role of library director at the end of May, bringing more than a decade of library experience, along with a strong background in marketing and communications. Eck is already making an impact with a focus on community involvement and making the library a welcoming space for everyone. She's introduced programs ranging from STEM activities and story times to adult education and all ages classes. One of her big moves includes launching Hoopla Digital. It's a free online platform for library card holders. It offers instant access to movies, TV shows, books, music, and more, available through your phone, computer, or even smart TV. Eck is also spearheading efforts to bring Dolly Parton's Imagination Library to Christian County. The nationwide program sends free books monthly to children from birth to age 5. It's already active in 40 Illinois counties, but Christian County is not yet on that list. The library is partnering with the Taylorville School District and the local community to raise $10,000 in startup funds, with ongoing support needed to keep that program going. Eck says the goal is simple: to get books into the hands of the country's youngest readers and also boost early literacy. To help, you can call the library at 217-824-4736, email director@taylorvillelibrary.org, or donate online at uwdecatur.harnessgiving.org. Eck says that this is just the beginning of what's to come, and as she looks to grow the library's role as a center for learning and connection in the community. An Illinois Republican congressman intends to vote in favor of the AM Radio for Every Vehicle Act of 2025. Its legislation is spearheaded by Democratic Congressman Frank Pallone Jr., which requires the Department of Transportation to mandate that automakers include AM broadcast radio bands in their vehicles. Some automakers, like Ford and Tesla, have decided to remove AM radios from their electric vehicles, citing interference with their technology. But this is what Congressman Darren LaHood has to say. As of the last count, approximately 4,000 AM radio stations are broadcasting throughout the United States. Legislation backed by the Illinois Fertilizer and Chemical Association won approval last spring in the Illinois General Assembly, and it awaits the governor's action. An update from IFCA's KJ Johnson. The legislation is Senate Bill 783. This will conclude the second portion of your expanded local news, and it's brought to you by CNB Bank and Trust.
Looking for more from your checking account? With CNB's Premium and Gateway Checking, get buzzing benefits packed with perks that pay. Protect your phone with cell phone coverage. Save big on prescriptions, eye care, and hearing services with health savings. And shield your identity with ID Theft Aid, plus 24/7 roadside assistance and access over 400,000 discounts from local shops to national brands. Switch to CNB Premium or Gateway Checking today. Download the Buzzing app and start saving. Visit cnbil.com or stop by your local CNB branch. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Moving now to obituaries, which can be found at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com and are brought to you by Sutton Memorial Home.
This is Chad Sparks. When you lose a loved one, your choice for making final arrangements should be with the compassionate family at Sutton Memorial Homes. They know the death of a loved one is difficult. Austin and Evan at Sutton's and the entire staff have devoted themselves to loving and caring for those in their community in their time of need. You can trust Sutton Memorial Homes to assist your family in making final arrangements that will be a tribute to your loved one. Sutton Memorial Homes, caring is what they do best.
93-year-old Donald Hubert Ryan of Taylorville died on July 21st. Cremation rights have been accorded, and arrangements will be made at a later date for a private interment at Camp Butler National Cemetery. Funeral arrangements are being handled by McClure Funeral Home and cremation services in Taylorville. "52-year-old Tracy Leon Law of Taylorville died on July 18th. Visitation was yesterday, July 24th, from 4 to 7 p.m. at Sutton Memorial Home in Taylorville, with a graveside service today, July 25th, at 10 a.m. at Awanaco Cemetery in Awanaco. Funeral arrangements are being handled by Sutton Memorial Home in Taylorville. And 78-year-old Joseph Henry Halbert of Dwight, Illinois, formerly of Kincaid, died on July 9th. Visitation is August 16th from 1 p.m. until 4 p.m. at Reeves Funeral Home in Gardner, Illinois. Cremation rights have been accorded, and funeral arrangements are being handled by Reeves, Fruland, and Baskerville Funeral Home in Gardner, Illinois. And that will conclude obituaries. Again, that can be found at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com. A quick look at the weather here today. Currently 75 degrees. Expecting a 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms through Friday and into this early evening. As for Saturday, 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms with a high near 90. And that's a look at your expanded local news here on WTIM, your information station.
This is Blaine Cornwell from Prairie State Insurance. As your local independent agency, we understand what matters